Hello students, and welcome to our social studies lesson on nation builders. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain the term nation builders, examine the role played by nation builders in the development of the Bahamas, research and write about a nation builder. Here are some vocabulary words that you will need to know for this lesson. Contribution: to give money, time, knowledge, or assistance for charitable purposes. Honor: to show high respect. Discrimination: unfair treatment of one person or group, usually because of prejudice about race, ethnicity, age, religion, or gender. Let's think about it. How have all these people helped to build our nation? Sir Milo Butler, Dame Doris Johnson, Timothy Gibson, and Sir Lyndon Pinckney. People from all walks of life are important to the Bahamas in different ways. Our country needs us all, whether we work in business, a bank, the tourism industry, in the school as teachers, or work as athletes. We will look at the lives of just a few of the people who have made a special contribution to our country. Before we move on, let's have a look at the picture of the entertainer. Do you know the name of this entertainer? Yes, the late Ronnie Butler. How do you think he helped to build our nation? You are right. His songs are heard both locally and internationally. And yes, his songs can invite tourists to visit the Bahamas. You are absolutely correct. He can inspire others to become part of the music industry. This is what nation building is all about, making a positive contribution for your country. Sir Milo Butler. Who was Sir Milo Butler? Sir Milo Butler was the first Bahamian Governor General. He was born on the 11th of August, 1906, and was educated in Nassau and Florida. In 1973, when the Bahamas became independent, Milo Butler was appointed Governor General. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth. He died in 1979 and is remembered for his struggle for the rights of Black Bahamians. One of the fights for equal justice was when he tossed the Speaker's hourglass through the window of the House of Assembly as a result of the government's introduction of a 12-minute rule to curb lengthy speeches in debate. And here at the bottom you can see there's a picture of Sir Milo Butler throwing the hourglass out of the House of Assembly. Some streets, schools, buildings, or monuments have been named in honor of some nation builders. Do you know how we honor Sir Milo Butler? Very good. A sculpture or monument was built of Sir Milo Butler in Rawson Square. Very good. His face can be seen on the $20 note. Yes, we have Sir Milo Butler Highway. Do you know how to play tennis? Well, we have this nation builder, Dame Albertha Isaacs, to thank. Dame Albertha Isaacs was born in Nassau in 1900. When she left school, she became a teacher. She was a very keen tennis player. She introduced the game to the Bahamas and helped to set up the Gym Tennis Club. She became involved in the women's suffrage movement. Women finally gained the right to vote in 1961. She was made a Dame Commander of the British Empire in 1974, the first Bahamian woman to be honored in this way. And as you can see in our picture, we also have where she's being honored by placing her face on one of the Bahamian stamps. Do you know who this nation builder is? I'll give you a clue. He wrote our national anthem. Yes, Timothy Gibson. Timothy Gibson, composer and songwriter, was born at Savannah Sound, Eleuthera on the 12th of April, 1903. One piece of work by this musician is very well known, March on Bahama Land. Do you know that song? Yes, it's our national anthem. Timothy Gibson wrote many songs for official celebrations in the Bahamas. One of his entries for a music festival was chosen as our national anthem. What did we say is the name of our national anthem? Yes, March on Bahama Land. Another one of his well-known songs is Beautiful Bahama Land. He was honored by Queen Elizabeth for his services to the Bahamas, our country. So every time we sing our national anthem, proudly, we honor Timothy Gibson. All right, students, do you know this man? He is known as the father of our nation. Yes, Sir Lynden Pinland. Sir Lynden Pinland, first Prime Minister of the Bahamas, was born on the 22nd of March, 1930. He was educated in Nassau, then in England, where he studied law. As a young lawyer, he joined the Progressive Liberal Party, PLP. Later, he became leader of that party when it was in opposition in Parliament. Do you remember from our previous lesson? It was Lynden Pinland who threw the mace from the window of the House of Assembly in 1965. Sir Lynden became our first Prime Minister when the PLP won the general election in 1967. He lost power in 1992. How is our first Prime Minister honored? Here are a few. We can see his face on the $1 note. There is a community named after him, Lynden Pinland Estates. And yes, our international airport is named in his honor as well, Lynden Pinland International Airport. And at the airport, there is a sculpture of Sir Lynden Pinland. Also, recently, the University of the Bahamas have a room dedicated to Sir Lynden Pinland. Hubert Ingraham. Mr. Ingraham became the second Prime Minister of the Bahamas in August 1992, when his party, the Free National Movement, FNM, won the general election. He was born on Grand Bahama on the 4th of August, 1947, and was raised in Cooperstown on Abaco. Because his family was not wealthy, he has always been concerned for the poor. He became a lawyer and later became the representative of Cooperstown in Parliament. Here is another nation builder, Sir Etienne de Puch. Born in 1899, Etienne de Puch spent most of his life struggling against racial discrimination in the Bahamas. He was editor of the Nassau Tribune for 53 years and also a member of Parliament for many years. How many of you read the Nassau Tribune? Yes, it still exists. He used his newspaper and his voice in Parliament to end discrimination against black Bahamians. Although he had the Bay Street Boys against him, he won an important victory in 1956 and changed the history of our country. Sir Etienne died in 1991. Bishop Michael Hartley Eldon. The Right Reverend Michael Hartley Eldon was not the first Bahamian bishop. However, he was the first Anglican bishop to serve in the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. He was born in Nassau on the 8th of August, 1931. He contributed to the establishment of religion, education, and family island development. He ordained 50 priests, created 20 new churches, and added 20,000 people to the Anglican Church. He died on the 7th of February, 2011. There is a school named in his honor, Bishop Michael Eldon School, found on the island of Grand Bahama. Perry Christie. Perry Christie became the third Prime Minister of the Bahamas in May 2002, when his party, the Progressive Liberal Party, PLP, defeated the Free National Movement. Perry Christie was born on the 21st of August, 1944, on the island of New Providence. He grew up in Centerville, best known as the Valley. He is an avid Junkanoo fan and member of the Valley Boys Junkanoo group. Mr. Christie, a lawyer by profession, became the leader of the Progressive Liberal Party in 1997. He believed in building patriotism, pride, optimism, and hope in the Bahamian people. Thank you for listening to our lesson. You can now go ahead and answer the questions attached to this page. Thank you.